Hey guys, welcome back. Man, I'm really excited for this build. This is probably one of my most favorite F2P builds I've done so far. This is the one OCP version 3 of the Focus Arrow Strike Ranger, and yeah, we're finally doing the gray set. And I did version 1 of this quite some time ago, well over a year ago. And this is basically an updated version with the new stuff. We're still running the old Camouflage Bunny Hood. You know, obviously we've got a lot of bonuses here. I'm so really just tired of sort of discussing all this, but we basically just run this because of, you know, I mean 12% long range damage isn't bad, but we you know, the other stuff doesn't even matter so long as we have the old Detachments Ring for the 70% critical damage and 70 crit. Yeah. Now in terms of the enchants, we got Cute 5, 80% critical damage plus 15 crit, and we have the Angry Mantis card for additional 2% critical damage. I'll take that. I mean, it's 2%, but still, it's still pretty good. Now the old Detachments Ring, obviously, is just there for the combo. We don't really need to look at the reductions or additional MDef, but yeah, like. The 70% critical damage and 70 crit, you know, it's really good, especially for the price. You know, it's definitely good. Now to grab the Gray Sharp Suit attack plus 100. At plus 7 you get 7% attack speed. Plus 9 you get 10% long range damage. And when you have the attack boots and attack ring, attack boots, attack ring, and attack mantle together, you get 10% ACD reduction, 5% critical damage, and 15% focus arrow strike damage. When all of them is at, well, the boots, the mantle, and the suit is at plus 9 or plus 27 total, you get additional 10% ACD, 5% critical damage, and 15% focus arrow strike damage. And obviously, Angry Ninetail card here, crit plus 5, critical damage plus 10%, additional 10 if it's at plus 10. Obviously, it's plus 9, so we don't get that extra 10, but still. You know, I'd keep it at plus 9, especially if it's free gear. You know, it's a no-brainer, right? Next, we have the Grace Attack Mantle, attack speed plus 7%. At plus 7, you get minus 5% ACD reduction. At plus 10, you get 10% damage to all sizes. You know, what free gear gives you that, right? You get crit plus 2 with the Glances card, crit plus 2 for 10 base luck. At 125 luck, gets 30% critical damage. Way better than the pedal card, you know, from version 1. So yeah, it's definitely pretty good. Next, the Grace Attack boots, attack plus 20, hit plus 20, plus 7 you get FCT minus 0.5 seconds, perfect for focus arrow strike because of the FCT. You get 10% long range damage, which is, you know, it's kind of good technically still. And we got the white Porcello card for additional 20 attack. We don't get the additional attack because we don't have the Porcello card on. But, you know, we got something better. We got the Angry Ninetails card, right? Now for the Grace Attack Ring, we get the attack speed plus 7%, VCT minus 10%, critical damage plus 10%, which is more than some of the even OCPs or the other gear that you can get. And we have the Ominous Healer card for additional 5% critical damage. I mean, you know, we don't want to put Void Mimic card here just because it's too expensive, but if you want to be bougie, just get that, right? Next, we have the Illusion Hunter Bow, 50% more damage to with the hunting arrow, but at the same time, Steel Arrow does fare a lot better, if not the same. Crit plus 1 for every refined level. Right now, it's at plus 11 crit. Plus 7 you get 10% attack speed, plus 9 you get 15% critical damage, and plus 11 you get 30% damage to brute and insect monsters. Now I mean you can stop at plus 9, to be fair. You know, plus 11 isn't really that needed, especially with a sparkling stick. We're not going to talk about illusion boots because we're not wearing them. And we got 2 Outnoe cards here, plus 20% critical damage. We got 2 of them. Obviously, we can't afford 2 PWMs. Other options are probably Isadora card or the paper, but the paper card eats up some SP, so you know, I wouldn't use that. Now we got the sparkling stick here. It's 200 KP at the cash shop. Combos with the Illusion of Luanda equipment. For the Hunter's Bow, you get crit rate plus 30. Well, long range crit rate plus 30. Plus 7, you get critical damage plus 10% and minus 1 second aimbot cooldown reduction. And plus 9, you get 35% more damage for both aimbot and focused arrow strike. Obviously at plus 11 you get 10% VCT reduction, but if you can't afford to get it to plus 11, plus 9 is good enough. That way you can get the damage bonus for focus arrow strike, maybe even aimbot if you want to run that, right? So yeah, let's do a damage test. That way you can really compare this from the last 4 versions that we've been doing. Alright, we're doing steel arrow now. We're not going to do hunting arrow because we've tested that in the past. It's about 1.28 million. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Next, the fire egg with the crystal arrow. Let's see. 1.46 million. Damage is definitely at par with the King Schmidt stuff from last time, with less of a barrier of entry, although needs some work with VCT. I guess you guys sort of understand why I was so excited to make this video to show this build, just because like I mentioned earlier, the damage is definitely at par with the King Schmidt stuff with the 2 OCPs, although it does need a little bit of work in terms of VCT reduction. But obviously we can switch stats around just to just to get those bonuses. And at the same time, the barrier of entry is very low because all you have to do is finish episode 17.1, just to gain access to the gray set. Even though refining it to plus 9 is, something that you can still get by turning in some of the core cores. So definitely the barrier of entry is very low. At the same time, it's a lot stronger than even the illusion stuff, which in turn you still have to refine normally, as well as the King Schmidt stuff or the Dragon Plate stuff. So definitely I would recommend this build if you're on the budget and you want to play Focus Arrow Strike. This is most likely the best bang for your buck. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.